got him a few of the tricks he knows, so.
For those of you who cannot see Jaaahsh at the moment, he is doing imaginary hair flips as for the tricks to show off how cool he is.
I'm always doing that. Yeah?
You do inform some people. I like to think that some people who are watching the stream might not have seen it before and don't know you as a person.
You're right. So if you don't know me, I'm obnoxious, but you should still follow me on Twitter because I used to have 278, but now I have 275. And let me tell you, if I find those three who unfollowed me,
it was me.
Haircut while you're asleep.
That's a very violent buzzer.
Yeah.
Why'd you get such a loud one?
I took off the cover, so it's just the motor. But no, anyway, yes. So if you haven't joined us before, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you're in for a treat. I like to think that we're somewhat entertaining here in Minnesota.
Try.
We try. But at the very least, we're very nice because it's Minnesota. And Minnesota nice as in, we're nice to your face. The moment you're gone, though, ooh, the tea is spilled.
What kind of tea?
Green.
I could not set you up for that. I tried to not say that sentence, but I could.
You know, it's fine. We got Peach and Lucas. Now this looks like a mother-son fight, honestly. Anyway,
that's so sad.
Anyway, Lucas being a really, I think, slept-on character at this stage in Ultimate. I think people are starting to notice him more, but he's got some crazy tools. I mean, his aerials are super fast. His PK freeze has been buffed beyond recognition.
People are just focusing on the fact that his down throw got so nerfed from the last game. But you can't really compare this game to the last game. It's a whole new game.
Not many people have throw follow-ups, but Buck with a beautiful parasol. And that's something that's really nice that Peach has is the ability to super call out double jumps in this game, especially now that air dodging is more committal, so it's much more of a 50-50 almost setup. And Parasol kills a little earlier too.
It seems like Lucas is dead, but I was gonna say has a decent amount of tools to combat the just above float with the PK fire and PK freeze.
That's
wow, that did get super buffed.
Yeah, no, it's super buffed.
But Buck not letting that stop him, coming directly in with the dash attack. I feel like both these characters just want to go towards the other one and hit buttons.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, both rely a lot on their aerial strings and their movement, so it's a very aggressive matchup. It's really not... Like, you think that maybe Lucas would want to camp, but I don't know. Like, if he camps too much, Peach just kind of pressures it, and he struggles with that. All right, so we got a pretty even game right now. Good float away by Buck, avoiding that PK freeze. And that's exactly what you want to do, is use your float and cancels to always mix up the movement, so your opponent has no idea when you're going to land on them.
But Valse is not letting up with these PK fires. It's been an onslaught. I want to say almost 80% of Buck's 94% on him was just PK fire.
Which also definitely got some surmountable buffs and is probably one of Lucas's better neutral tools.
Ooh, sweet spot banger.
Oh, the last hit of down air popping Lucas up. Oh, beautiful nair. That was a really good get off me option by Buck. Not going to quite do it. Lucas still has great kill throws.
And we're at an interesting point in this game where people are still discovering how comfortable they are with their character.
Beautiful Toad! Toad said, hey girl, hey!
It's just vomited everywhere. The really drunk girl at a bachelorette party.
Toad was the drunk girl at the party like, yo, hey guys, what you doing? Amazing. Shout out to Toad. Thank God he's finally like a move.
And he's in the throws. It's just, animations are so good in this game. But Buck keeping this momentum going, not really letting Valse recover. But what I was about to say is neither of these players are really edge guarding much. And I feel like that shows how early we are in the meta, that people aren't comfortable enough with their characters to know what tools they have to go out there.
Good thrill killed by Valse, though. A good call out, and that's what you want to do when you're facing against Peach. You really want to try to call out when she's going to land. Because she kind of looks like when she's doing her aerials and her floats that she's really fast and hard to punish. But she does have very committal stuff upon landing. You just got to watch for those windows.
It's impressive. She just can trick you into thinking, because her range is kind of long, that it's also her frame data. Her frame data is good, but it's not like top of the top.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Get him. Ooh, beautiful call out with the down air by Valse there, escaping that pressure. And I've noticed sometimes more aggressiveness in the disadvantage state fares better in this game than it did in 4.
And I think part of that's because those moves were improved in power because you don't have as many landing options.
Yeah. Ooh, beautiful call out by Buck using that Nair. Nair is such a good tool overall for escaping that pressure and getting your opponents off stage.
But throwing out that up smash, you can tell he wants to get this kill because Lucas has kill throws. Peach doesn't really in the same sense. And the more damage that she racks up on him, the more likely Peach could die.
Oh, wow! Toad goes so far!
Projectile vomit.
Projectile vomit! But also, I love that Buck is doing that. He's adapting really well to the PK fires. He's finding a great way to deal with them right now. Ooh, and the Winky Face turn, I'm going to do a pack-a-punch there. Not the strongest, but it's the 3rd strongest.
And Valse just keeping on this stock, not afraid to throw out these grabs. He's kind of got Buck.
Yeah.
Buck is more worried about his stock than Valse.
Oh, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Woo. And that PK freezes, I mean, yeah, with that rage, like, Peach does die at like 70% towards the edge.
Buck smiling, Valse smiling.
Yeah.
That was just... I think Valse just commanded the end of that game, keeping throwing out moves, and Buck was afraid. Valse wasn't, even though he was at like 160.
Mm-hmm. I think going into game 2, I would like to see Buck be less afraid and push his advantage state more, because there were times where he had like clear advantage state but would kind of back off, and you really don't need to, especially in this game. Peach is so good in advantage. And like, that's why she's taking names.
I also think I'd like to see Buck not be directly under Valse, because the only real move Valse has to counter, like Peach's up air, for example, is down air. But that only hits really beneath him, and back air is too slow. So if you can kind of stay off to the side just a little bit, you might have more success juggling moves.
Exactly. Ooh, beautiful little string. And something I would like to see Valse do, even though it's kind of working out for him, he needs to mix up his options in the neutral a little more. PK Fire is a great option, but I'd like to see more like short hop fairs. I'd like to see more Zairs for sure. Those are really great tools.
The interesting thing is the PK Fires have been working well, and Buck isn't finding a way around them.
Right.
So, like, ideally what I think I'd like is just the PK Fires and then starting, to read the options that Buck is doing.
Yes. Because there's been many times he's PK fired into a Toad.
Right.
So if he could use that conditioning now that he has where Buck wants to use Toad, he could just run forward and grab her for it.
And that doesn't get you much percent, but stage positioning is almost more important in this game.
Agreed. And in this matchup, too.
Yeah.
I feel like both these characters die really early to aggressive edge guards. So in that sense, it's definitely about the stage positioning. Buck already doing a lot better, and I do highly agree with the stage choice. I think Battlefield is one of Peach's best stages, if not her best stage.
And no follow-up after that throw. But this is kind of what...
Again, there it was. He grabbed Buck for toading. That was a really nice adaptation by Valse. I like to see more of that.
I do feel like this is where Buck has been struggling. He is starting to not know that he can get the stock.
Ooh, that's a good trade.
There it is.
And that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to play more opportunistic like that. Wait for Lucas to really throw out something from the middle and just smack him for it. That, good air dodge. Almost got the forward air from it, but...
Ooh, that was still a thing.
Yeah. Oh, what? Ooh. I'm surprised he got the grab there, actually.
I think something I'd like to see more in general is when you throw someone off the edge at a lower percent, you try to read that jump early.
Yeah.
Because you can really edge guard well in this game if you can snag that. Like right there.
Right there.
If you could have thrown the turn up and caught that jump, that could be a stop.
Something I love to do still as Peach in this game is read the double jump with the fair. It gives her not only so much damage and so much positioning, but it's just such a good way to pressure your opponent. And it keeps them in fear of jumping, which is really, really powerful. But Valse gonna get his own fair, gonna take that stock, and still anyone's game 2.
It's been interesting. Valse has been getting a lot of grabs that first stock, but really didn't pummel. You can pummel a lot more effectively in this game, and that racks 2% faster, especially when you have the kill throw. Also, Buck hasn't gotten many grabs, which is very interesting, because Peach actually is one of the characters that still does have a combo
game is great.
Because you are constantly conditioning people to shield via float fair, float down air, float neutral air.
There we go.
Turnips.
Yeah, again, a couple pummels would have been there, because even at 0, like you said, versus you can get a couple pummels before they even like get close to falling out.
And it's just something we're not used to. You need to optimize damage in every way you can, really.
Exactly. that'll definitely come with time. Something else, Buck dash attacks a lot in neutral, which is understandable. Like, it's a really good option for Peach. What I'd like to see instead, though, instead of dash attacking out of neutral, dash attack to cover its landing. Because it's great at catching landing, but if you're just hitting their shield, they can punish you really hard. It is a pretty leggy move.
And this is where it's going to struggle again.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, though. Just do it again. Toad coming in. Toad is really hitting the jello shots today. Like, he's just like,
Someone say tequila?
School's back in session, yo. Ooh. But again, good float away. Almost got the punish. That was the right idea by Buck there, but didn't quite snag it.
Valse is doing a great job of keeping his advantage. Keeping the zoning, kind of pressuring when he gets the advantage.
Okay. Forward smash going to do a good amount of damage, and Buck's still very much in this. Peach has some crazy momentum shifts, too. Valse going to get that throw, though. Good stuff.
Ooh. Now, Valse happy to just kind of throw out aerials. He knows that he's got Buck a little shook right now, and it's showing.
Yeah, he's definitely playing a lot more aggressively. Just wants to seal the stock, and I understand. That's a very good mentality to have at this point. And that is not a good trade for Buck. Buck will be going down that game, too, and that is a 2-0 for Valse.
With a great comeback PK, or Ice, help me.
It was forward smash.
No, this is the first game. I was going to go first game, and then second game.
The first game was a PK freeze. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the